Hi guys, we're here today and this is going to be our New Year's special live for today. We have our Heirloom Fairy kit. It is so beautiful and we have some amazing color combinations for you guys to try. A little different than normal. Normally we have one paint set and today we have 4 new paint sets, plus we're going to do a technique using last week's paint set as well. So if you guys have those colors, we're going to be doing some fun stuff with that to create a really beautiful effect. And then also, I will be showing you a fun wire technique as well today. So a lot of fun stuff on the docket. We have our kits, our bulk ups, and we have design mixes. They're beautiful. But yeah, so I'm actually just going to pop up our full day loot to the day. This is everything besides the paints. So we have our 2 kits, all of our bulk ups. How many bulk ups do we have?
I think there's like 5.
Where are they?
They're in the bowl.
Oh, nice.
I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it looks like 5.
Ainsley, I'm going to put a fairy variation on your neck.
Okay.
I love this one. It's a variation of what we're doing today, but then you can actually put it on. It's not for sale. This one is actually going to be in Mackie's shop. And then here's these cute. But all the ones that we have are so similar to that.
Yes, they're very similar. You can create a really similar effect to this.
They can just get the vibe from what you're wearing. And oh my gosh, I love those. Those are so similar to this pair.
Yeah.
It's actually the same color combination.
It is the same color combination.
In that spring look.
So yeah, we have a bunch of amazing stuff.
Are you full still?
The bulk ups. Yeah, it's still just me.
Look how cute those are. Oh my gosh. I mean, and the jewelry's cute too.
All the bulk ups, the kits, and then also the design mixes in there. So really great deal. Not as massive as one, so that's why it's only $165, not $235 this time. But still an amazing deal with lots of really great stuff and lots of fun techniques to try out.
I did load the design mix. Like,
yes,
really loaded it up.
They look very loaded. I can just hold these in front of me.
One. Yeah.
These are packed full of fairy goodness, guys.
Yeah, I'm going to come in on that because it looks amazing. Yeah, I just went to town on the design mix because I just kind of felt like when you buy like the fairy kit jewelry today, one of the necklace with the dyed silk is basically, a pendant, and then the earrings, and I thought, oh my gosh, could you imagine? And I put also acrylic in the mix and some very complimentary things so that you could just really make a gorgeous fairy dangles or beaded all the way up, or just really go to town with the fairy theme today and make more fairy pendants.
Yeah, this looks like the ultimate upscale plus more.
Yeah, and I made a
emphasis
really
on plus more.
Yeah. I tried to include each season.
Okay, yeah.
So I included beads for spring, summer, winter, fall. So you can just really go crazy. And a little heirloom.
And we do have spring, summer, winter, fall paint sets as well today. So if we want to, let's just actually go through these really quickly. I'm just going to pop over to here and I'm going to start popping this up. This might take me a second to figure which one's it, which out.
You know what we can do? So I can hold up a piece of jewelry that reflects that season. That's
So this is our spring.
That's spring, and this one. So are you under there?
Day Glow Pink, yes.
Okay, while you're holding that
Iridescent Violet,
I
Butterfly
will
Wing,
also kind of show that.
Primitive Green, and Grassland.
That's this one. That's part of the, there you go. I'll let you do that. Aren't those so pretty? I love the shimmer in the middle, and that's the wire technique you're going to show.
Yes, it is the wire technique I am going to show.
I love what you did there.
Thank you.
That opens up a whole new avenue for all your kind of.
Absolutely.
Like you could put every kind of bead.
You could
in
do
your
this.
acrylic.
You could do this, and then you could connect them together and make a whole necklace out of them.
And it like adds so much depth and weight
And
to
dimension.
it. And dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Love
Wendy,
it.
you have the crimp technique as well today.
Yeah.
Using the
Yep.
floor drops.
So that
Yeah.
was our spring. This one is summer.
What do we have for summer over here?
This is moonstone, Victorian gold,
Oh wait,
dragonfly wing,
summer is from the master class.
iridescent gold,
Here it is.
and scarab wing.
Wait, Mackie, do you know what we did with the summer fairy? The fairy demo that I did for the master class. We're gonna look for that, guys. So,
You mean the flowers?
yeah, the flowers.
Yeah, I had put them with the other flowers in that basket.
Okay, I'm gonna keep looking. We're keep looking, but you can just keep going ahead.
We'll show you that one in a second, guys. Then
Sorry, there was a
we have our fall
flowers and these, and then they were in it.
pecan,
Over on the table.
iridescent peach, barn red, walnut, and dragon eye. And all these paint sets don't have any crossovers.
Okay, so here is that one. This is the that fiery summer. Love that. And then going back on summer here. I mean the fiery fall. Going back on summer is that. That was a fun master class. I had a ride. Did you guys like that master class? It was one of my favorites because this is one of my favorite techniques.
Oh, Ainsley, Jean says, love your shirt, Ainsley.
Thank you.
We were just talking about it this morning. We all want to order one.
And then
Lots of greetings
this
from everyone.
is our winter, which you can see our winter down here. These are earrings are winter, right?
What's that?
These are winter, right?
Good question.
They look like they're
I
winter.
think so.
Peggy said loved the master class,
Oh yay!
and she also said hi, Miss Mac.
This is winter. Also.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Great. Just finding the original ones.
Yeah. So anytime you need to refer to these, they're
And
there.
then this one has the pearl, which, guys, I don't know if you guys have actually seen this in really great use because our sample that we used that day does not do this justice at all. The day that we were showing you guys these, we had a bad sample. And so this is like way, way more pigmented than you would think it was. More like our other metallics. Mermaid fin, Dayglow orange, mountain stream, and then our denim. So those are all our beautiful paint combinations besides last week's, which was our elderberry, iridescent peach, iridescent green, and iridescent aqua. And I'll pop that up really quickly in case you didn't have the chance to grab
And
it
you did the
last
leather
week.
in that, right? For
Yes,
today?
I did the leather today in that, and I'll show you that here in a second. So I did this super cool rainbow effect. This leather started out like this.
Yeah, that one blew me away, and it's so shimmery and pretty.
But look at how beautiful that is. It's just shimmers, and it's so stunning on the skin.
It looks like a watercolor, Ains.
It really does.
It's like it complements this dyed silk so well.
It does.
It's kind of in that same vein. I can't wait for you to demo that. Well, you demoed it last week.
Not the exact one.
Right, but
I
you
did.
demo
We did
the
demo a
technique,
little
yeah.
bit of on the leather.
Right. So if somebody wants to see how to do that one, then you can go to last week.
Okay, now we're gonna go through our kits really quickly because we actually have 2 different kits today. So we have our 4-piece finish set, which has, I'm gonna show you each piece that's inside of it. And we did some really cool crimping techniques with these pieces here.
This is how it looks without the, without that. And that's
the
with adding
bead
earth
caps.
over top of spring.
This is a really cool technique to create a bail here, and we did really cool crimp and techniques as well. This is the first piece in that. And then we have these earrings, which are so cute, super fairy. Look at how delicate these are. Just a little quick portion for you guys.
Oh my gosh, I love those. You should wear those. They're so you.
Super dainty, so lightweight. These are so lightweight, you would not even feel them on you.
And they're a post back, so you're not gonna it's not even gonna pull.
Absolutely stunning.
Great detail on those bows, and you can paint the bows too.
Then this bracelet, which is absolutely stunning. I was showing the leather on this earlier, using that same really fun crimp end technique here. Look at, absolutely lovely. And then we have some fun wire wrapping around here.
So Connie's asking about the length on the necklace and the bracelet. The necklace is 18 inches, but you can always put an extender on there if you want it to be longer. It's just the silk is 18. So,
Yeah, there's
and then-
18 inches of silk, right? And we
Yes.
gave it a foot of the leather, right? Or what are we doing? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Probably like 12
Or do they
inches.
come in this pre-length? No.
No, that's just, I just grabbed a scrap.
Okay, great.
'Cause
Yeah.
I think the rest
So
of the
it'll be
school is with the
at
kid.
least a foot that you'll get.
Yeah, I mean,
So you can make it whatever length you
only
want.
need a couple of sections, so.
And then last but not least, this is the last of the 4 pieces. These really cutesy earrings. I'll show you this proportion as well.
Candy says she loves the bracelet, and it is a stunner.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, and I love the filigree piece with the acrylic. Pairing the brass, whether it's solid brass or natural brass, with the dyed acrylic is one of my favorite combinations. I just can't even get over it. When you add that texture to anything brass painted, it's like earrings.
And I may be stealing these after the live.
You should. But you see how like so you find something brass and you paint it and you add the dyed acrylic. It just takes everything we do to just like a fun, it's just like, I don't know what it is. I just love that satin.
Yeah,
Maybe it looks like satin glass.
it is very satiny.
And I've always loved
stunning.
satiny glass,
Adds a lot of like dimension and texture.
Yeah.
And then our other kit, which I just popped up on screen, has the earrings and this necklace that you see here. I'm gonna hold these earrings up, which are just so, so beautiful. Look at how stunning these are. So dainty and long and drippy.
So those are carved mother of pearl, very old, very, very old. They're from the 40s, and I was able to get a little stash of them, not tons, but enough for us to do this kit, maybe another. But it's the first time I've let go of that stock because each one of those carved pearl things are $5, just this. Just that.
They're just so stunning.
And then we are going to teach you how to finish that because there is a groove built in that specifically for that channel set loop because they used to use like gold-filled wire back in the day around, and they would put a little channel in it, a little channel set, and that's what that was intended for.
Here's our length here. Also super light and so drippy as well.
And that heart pearl is also vintage, and that's pre-done length, right?
Which one?
That heart pearl.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. Poor Mackie's having a cough and attack. She's getting better though.
On the mend, but not quite 100% yet, right?
Almost.
She wants to talk to you guys, but she's been sick for 2 months and recovering. You're gonna feel like a whole new world is opening up.
In another 2 months.
Right.
Another
I'll
2
feel
months, she's
like
gonna be
I was
like,
in hell.
you were 2 months of being sick while you're pregnant and C-section. That's my definition of
An
hell.
extra 80 pounds on you. Yeah.
This
Mackie
is so
needs
beautiful.
lots of hearts from you guys. She's like missing you so much, but she can't even start talking without. I really honestly think you had a form of walking pneumonia, Ma.
Probably.
I know that's what Cassie and Logan had. Okay, so this one, Jean, do you remember Mackie, do you remember what we put on that? Am I shaking the camera? I'm shaking it, aren't I? Leaning over the table.
On the focal piece? Is
What
that
did we put on the focal piece? Was that iridescent green and white gold or something?
The metals?
Yeah, the metal.
Oh, you said you did hematite and something.
I did.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
hematite and iridescent green. Because are you going to sneeze?
I was going to, but it wasn't coming. It was really close to. Apparently it's a sneezy day for me.
Yes, so we're going to show you lots of all these fun techniques today. Do you want to lay out the design mix?
Yeah,
next?
let's do that.
Okay, so you went through both of those.
Peggy said not, it's an earthquake. Not you shaking it.
Oh yeah, you never know. My gosh, with all the crazy things that have been
Do we
happening
have
in
a
the
bead
sky. Are you guys like having crazy things happening in your sky? Like us? I'm gonna grab a bead knife first.
Corian is smart. She said she loaded up on vitamin C and D
That's what I did.
to battle the sick season.
Yep.
Ainsley and I got like a weird thing
Oh,
where
I
it's
got-
just a headache.
Here, Ains, I
And
pulled
tired.
one
Oh,
out
you
while
already
you're
pulled
ready.
it out for me. Sweet.
But you can put it here too while you're getting it ready.
Yeah, so these did not go up for pre-order until like late last night, early this morning, but you can order an extra one of these if you want. If you got the
loot.
fall loot and want another one of these, once you see everything that's in there, Wendy really packed it out. They are just amazing
Oh, and
mixes.
Ainsley, I want to show them what this will look like after today.
Jean asked, do you think it's aliens, Wendy?
You know what? I showed you guys that picture. I have 300 of those pictures over the last 2.5 months, and I still have no clue. But there's tons of lights at 4 a.m. that just glow and they go away, and I track their motion on a time release, a time lapse photo, and it's crazy. There's 15 or 16 of them at the same time, and I don't know what they are. I'm not an expert, but
It's kind of fun to think that they could be,
it's
though,
fun
right?
to think. But well, I asked. Okay, so my brother's a pilot. He said they're not airplanes. We know they're not drones because they're way too far away, and drones would be they don't move like that. And so we know they're not airplane. We know they're not a drone. And we do the satellite tracker. And there's no satellites on the horizon, so yeah, I don't know. government testing,
I wonder if everybody here knows.
aliens.
Yeah.
I'm not ruling anything out at this point. I just have 300 photographs that you guys are welcome to look at.
Fun to think about. I wonder if everybody here knows that Doug is a pilot. That's what his kind of hobby is.
Oh, yeah. So Doug, you
You see him at the warehouse sales.
and he's the CFO and does a ton with operations and also likes to dabble in some of the creative stuff, although we have to twist his arm. But also an owner, so of Vintage. So, he's responsible for all your little packages. He oversees the shipping. Corey and Doug manage that whole department.
And anytime you get paint, every package that way.
Yeah.
Not the kits that come from Idaho, but anything that comes from Illinois.
I'm gonna pull this out a little bit there you go. Can I just move this up just a
Yeah,
teeny bit?
go ahead.
Okay. Sorry guys. Give me a little
Peggy
shake.
says aliens are looking for intelligent life here on Earth. Good
That's why they're going
luck.
to your house.
That's why they're taking so long to come down, because they haven't found it yet.
Well, I'll
Maybe-
tell you what. You want to know what's crazy? I tracked where they are, and this is the weird stuff. While Ainsley's laying this out, and that could be, you know what? That could also look like a jellyfish. You
Oh,
could
you're
do
right. You
Dinkle
totally
sound.
could do a jellyfish look out of that.
So, I have tracked planes. Doug said they don't even pass air flight. There's not even flights that go over there. So where I see them is it's over, you're gonna laugh, but I tracked it. Due east from us is, first of all, Yellowstone and Devil's Tower and
Yes.
I know, Yellowstone,
Close
Devil's
Encounters,
Tower,
right?
Close Encounters, and Mount Rushmore. Also, what is the one in between? The two mountain range.
You mean like
The two mountain ranges in Montana. Okay, ladies, what
Which
are
one?
they? What's the?
you mean is it the one that's kind of near Yellowstone? I think it's
Yeah.
probably one that I haven't been to. Is it like not the Grand Tetons?
Yes,
or-
the
is
Grand
that what it is?
Tetons, and over the entire national forest in between there. There's literally 0 cities or airports, and not 15 at the same time moving all the same direction.
So Ben says over Lynn Lober's house.
Yes, they are right over Lynn's house.
Yeah. Renee's asking if she sees a diffuser charm in there.
Yes, she does. That is right here, and it is a diffuser charm.
So this one, I think we used to produce these. We did, in Hobby Lobby, I think we did a diffuser necklace,
Yes.
right? And that's what these are left
Should I
over
take
from.
that out of mine? I was just about to make one with it. I forgot that we did it.
How many do we have? Do we have enough for?
We have a bunch.
Well, but I don't think we've. Oh, duh! They're all kitted because
Yeah.
they're all in
We
here.
already did it.
I can't
We don't-
believe
we don't
I
want to do
had
it.
that many fairies left. We have very few of those fairies left.
Yeah, we need to. Well,
So
we-
guys,
we
doesn't
carry
this
that,
look
so we
like
can get
so
them.
much more loaded than they did in the tray?
I love.
There's a
What's
lot of stuff
happening
here.
here?
There's a lot of beads here, too.
Yeah.
I love all the colors. It's like icy festivity, and I think with the reds, one of my very favorite things that we did with the kit today was put the iridescent violet on top of red.
Yes, to mirror this.
Yes.
So this is a fire opal. These two are fire opal.
That's a great technique that we should just kind of highlight today. Is
Over red.
If you have a red bead and you want to make it look like Mexican fire opal or
Yes.
Mexican opal, you
Yeah.
just put iridescent violet on top of it, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, because this one comes in one of the kits, and what we did was we took an iridescent over this color to make it look like these fire opals. It's really cool.
It is really cool,
Kind
actually.
of this same feeling here. You know,
So Lynn
of that.
says she sees them to the west.
She does?
Yeah.
Oh. Really interesting. Wait.
The
mom's matches.
Wait, how many? Okay, Lynn, we need to chat after this.
Sidebar after that.
Because Lynn's right up in Garden Valley, guys. If you guys don't, I'm not going to give you her address. But she lives about
She's
30
local.
minutes from where I live, and I live about 20 minutes from where the studio is. So she's about 50 minutes from our studio. But I was always wondering if they were closer or farther because you just can't tell.
Look at how many things you can make.
Yeah, that you're doing an amazing job
astounding.
laying that out. So
Maybe
what's
can we zoom
what do we
just
call that
out
again?
Just a teeny bit.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm missing the
what do we
the
call
side.
out again? This one?
Heirloom Fairy Upscale Design Mix.
Okay, so this is what I want you to do. So lay this with it and lay it like right over the middle, the center, to show like how you could upscale like part of this kit
Right, or just like
and how well
you
it
could do a
goes.
multi-tiered necklace with
Yeah.
it.
Like all of these fit perfectly, as
I
you
know.
can tell.
And this, you could just take this and keep going. Like, could you imagine those earrings right there? Boom. Those long dangly earrings would be gorgeous.
Lynn,
And then you could bead a whole bracelet on there, like right here. That would be so beautiful, beaded
Jean says
next to this.
thank you, Wendy, for loading it up.
Oh, you're welcome.
And Lynn said, Yahoo, just got a mail alert that my package from Vintage is out for delivery.
Awesome.
Isn't that the most fun thing is when you're like tracking something that you're really excited to get and then you see it's delivered or it's coming, it's just almost there.
Yeah.
Mine's package right now is almost there, but just not there.
So Ainsley, your sweater, what's the name of the company?
It's called Sixth Dimension.
Speaking of dimensions,
SIXTH, then Dimension.
Oh, Sixth Dimension. I
And
want to buy a sweater from there.
She trusted me. She's like, Mom, I like this company, and she trusted me that I would pick something that was perfect for her. So
Well,
really love
all
that.
of them are really awesome anyway, so.
it's like you can't go wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
It honestly might be one of my favorite things that you've worn. It's just so you. All right.
Okay, should we do the bulk ups now?
Yes, let's do the
So
bulk
I'm
ups.
gonna clear this off, guys. Oh, that's the earring on the way.
And there's only 5, so I think you can probably dump them.
I'm just gonna lay them out here really quickly so everybody's seeing all the goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Lynn
5.
says we've seen one to the north, so they seem to be over the mountain areas. Who knows?
Oh my goodness. Well, let me show you my pictures at the next master class, Lynn.
First things first, I have these gorgeous pewter hearts here. I'm gonna open this up so you guys get a nice good old look here. There's 12 pieces of this. Very
That one,
stunning
Ainsley,
silver.
can I just show how gorgeous these are paired? Because those are in the design mix, and look at this. This is
Adorable.
such a luggage tag look. Where's the other
So
one?
beautiful.
So they get 2 in this, and look at that pair of earrings would be shockingly beautiful. Oh, love it.
Those are amazing.
Sorry.
You're totally fine. This is
I'm
great
like,
to show
oh,
them.
Like,
Yeah,
all
I
up
think
in your
everything
grill.
goes together today, and it has kind of a romantic feel.
It really does.
So
Yeah.
when we do the bulk ups,
well, I was thinking
Yeah.
fairy heirloom romance.
yes,
I
yeah.
wanted that kind of feel.
When we pick the products that we can stand apart with in large enough numbers, we try to kind of make them feel like you would want to design something together with them
Okay,
as well.
you guys, I'm gonna look
12
how cute
pieces.
Jean is. So she's always over here answering you, but I just had to feature her. Isn't she just like so adorable? Plus, she gave me my favorite cookies today, so I'm extra super happy with her.
I think, no, you came in here and you were like, woo, party. That was your energy today. So it's not just the cookies. I think the
come
cookies
on.
added.
It was just because of this. Look at who else loves these.
Those are the best. Now, these, we have 10 pieces of this, and we use this a million times today. We use it as crimp ends, we use it as a bail. Very, very versatile. I will show you that in a second. But
I'm gonna lay this out.
Right, because you've got all of those things that we're gonna do with those today.
Yes. So we would love for you guys to pick
Yeah.
these up and use these as crimp ends and as bails because they're just so beautiful.
I
It's
love
just so
that.
much more romantic than your
It's-
typical crimp end. Like, look at that.
It's my favorite
Yeah.
end we've ever done.
I
Look
think
how
it's just
beautiful.
So smart and beautiful.
I would like to carry those. I would like to put those on our, like,
Yeah.
in both natural brass and
And
solid brass.
yeah.
That's as a
crimp
bail.
end.
That's smart for us to do that, yeah.
Do you wonder if we could ever get it tooled
Folded?
that way? Yeah.
Maybe.
We can think about it
maybe
later
as
on.
a secondary
Look how
operation.
beautiful. As
Yeah.
the bail. But yeah, these are amazing. There's 10 pieces of each of these. These are so versatile. You just have to grab these up and get as many as you can because they're just so stunning.
I also have a bonus with that I was gonna show today, but I'll get it ready for you and you can just show it.
Okay.
A bonus way to use it.
And then this next one is our 12 pieces. This is 6 sets of toggles.
Lynn says she loves Pepperidge Farm cookies too.
Oh. Well, especially Milano's.
Oh, thanks, Jean. She said she got the dragonfly necklace from the Christmas market and it's even more gorgeous in person. Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Corian says our selection is perfect for Valentine's Day in February. Yes, it is. Plenty of time to
Absolutely.
design with these romantic pieces.
We were just talking about how to like decorate for Valentine's Day in a not like cheesy kind of way.
Yeah, and Ainsley actually showed me like 10 different pins that were really beautiful, like gauzy feeling, very romantic.
Yes,
I think
super
it's got
romantic.
kind of like the same aesthetic that our kit does too today.
It does.
Right?
It really
Where
does.
It's like more classic versus kitsch.
6 set of these, 12 pieces total. Those are super weighty, beautiful. Then we have these multi-strand connectors, perfect for bracelets or for necklaces that are super layered with chain, which is so lovely, especially if you charm them up, add so many of them. This has 6 pieces total in it. But yeah, you can just imagine if I lay this here, chain connecting with each of these, and it's just so beautiful tiered like that. And you can make such a lovely necklace using that, or bracelet. This is a really nice thick bracelet length with just lots and lots of chain and charms to go. Beautiful detail on these as well. Just get them in focus here. Look at that. So stunning.
I just was gonna give you that bonus
Oh,
material
okay, yeah.
for how to use those. It's so easy. Oh, I got the hiccups.
That almost like the pattern on it feels like almost feathery. It's very Art Deco.
Yep.
You know, Ainsley, I was gonna say something you can use this one for here. That one we just did, that one, is a chatelaine. So you hang charms from that, and then you hang it as a necklace, and it's just charms. You could also hang several of those together as a neck
That would
piece
be
and
cool.
drops.
Yeah, that would be
Like
beautiful.
full chain.
We actually did also an earring design with that in a kit earlier, like this past year.
I remember
And
that.
I loved those
Yeah.
where we had 4 different beads dripping down it.
Last but
Oh,
not
Ainsley,
least,
I was just gonna say, this one I just did, all I did was use a needle nose plier and just turned in the edges for that bead. And then you can turn, it looks like just like a full gorgeous drop. Love that.
Stephanie says those connectors are so great multi-purpose.
Mm-hmm.
then we have 5 of these puffed cherubs that are so adorable. They're cute little.
And those are big ones. They're
Yeah.
not the little tiny puffs that you might have seen in the past. These are big, like 1 1/4. Are they 1 1/4
Yeah.
inch?
We can show you it just.
Yeah, they're bigger. So how cool would it look if you hung the cherub from that bellflower? Right
Oh
there.
yeah, that'd be super cute.
Yeah, and even on a pendant.
So adorable. And then just show you guys, these are just a little bit above an inch.
Yeah, with a jump ring, it'd be about 1 1/4.
Oh wait, I'm not even showing you, I'm dumb. Here we go. Now you can see. Absolutely stunning. Then we're gonna add this back into here. There's 5 pieces of that for that one. And then we can hop right in with our,
And those are natural
stuff
brass, so they
today.
can be, if you want them to be glowy, you can put a little shine cloth on them.
oh, absolutely.
They're just beautiful detail.
Okay, I think that's everything besides just showing you guys all the demos. So I'm just leaving up that full day loot at the top of the screen so that you guys can grab that.
And that was actually a lot of stuff.
Yes.
No fiber pack today, right, Jean?
Correct.
Next Wednesday.
We're pretty much down to it.
Yeah.
Like I have to go. I
Wait,
have
I
to.
thought Corey, is Corey shipping anything or we're out?
I don't know.
I don't
that
think
we-
she has
I don't think
any.
She has anything. I will check with her to
okay.
see if we have any more.
Maybe next
spools.
week, maybe the week after if we can find some more
Right.
fibers.
We'll have to like resupply. I know we have more leather that we can get, but I think I have to actually do the sourcing for the dyed silk and
Okay.
some of the special things that we put in there.
Yeah,
We
okay.
need to.
And
Kinda look
guys,
through
do
everything I
we
bought.
want to start with our, well, actually, I do need a little bit of wire if
There
somebody,
are a few of one of the mixes left, I believe. Sawyer, do you remember which one is still in stock? It's got like the greens and peaches in it.
I didn't check.
Mom,
Wire, what
Do we,
gauge?
what was the
Ames?
date?
it's like this gauge right here,
I
whatever this
Oh, I
is.
don't know.
Jean, does Jean know?
What
What's
gauge
that?
is this?
What gauge?
Because you forgot to
Um,
add the wire to the
what?
demo.
Gauge wire. It should be the same thing as we did last week, which was like
Is the wire?
16 or 18.
Here, I got
maybe.
it. I have some wires for you to look through here and see.
What did you want me to check? What was in stock again, Jean?
Oh, just so
This
you're-
should be about right.
We don't have a fiber pack today.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's one on the shop, but you don't have to look. I would just, if you
okay.
had off the top of your head,
Oh yeah.
but don't, it's not that big of a deal.
Okay, sounds good.
Can I have side cutters?
Yes, you may. I will
Thank
find
you.
some. There you
And
go.
needle nose, because there's only,
So we are working on an ancient relic live next Wednesday. We obviously won't have a live on Wednesday because that's New Year's Day. But the following Wednesday, we're working on ancient relic.
so I'm going to show you really quickly how to do these cute little flowers in the center of this larger flower. And then when you connected this, did you just did the main one first, Mom? And then added the,
Okay, so to create the earrings, yes, I did just a wrapped loop
Wrapped
over
loop.
the top, and then I took your flower that you had done and brought it around through the side. So it just, I wired it through and then wrapped it around this.
okay.
So I just took your embellishment as is
Yes.
and then beaded it to it.
Okay.
So
You guys can get a little bit of feel for that, but I'm just gonna show you the flower portion of it. Let me get these little beads here.
Renee found it for us. She said it's the Woodland Forever Fiber from November. So there are still some of those left. If you need extra fibers to go with your stuff from today.
Okay. have 5 of these little beads that are running away from me. And then all we're gonna start with is we're going to make a wired loop. And we're just gonna go like this, and we're just gonna roll it until we have a nice, thick loop here. That seems like plenty to me. Just gonna clip off this little bit of extra, and I'll zoom in here so you guys can see a little better.
Stephanie says those colored flowers are oh so beautiful, well done.
And then I'm gonna just pinch it down with some chain nose.
I can't wait for Ainsley to start painting also. Except this technique, you guys, we don't want to pass this up because this is really cool.
Thread this through here. Then I'm gonna pinch this to the back.
I'm gonna back out a little bit, guys, just to give Ainsley a little more breathing room.
So I'm just pinching this to the back, and I'm gonna thread it through. So as you can see here, I have it going around the back, and I'm threading it through here, this hole that I made, this loop that I made, right through.
So the coil that you have becomes the center of the flower, is
Yes, that is exactly what happens. I'm just gonna pull it tight.
that right? So what gauge is this wire that you're working with right now?
This is, oh, does it say?
This looks like it's 26. But I think that, yeah. I think something like 20 would probably work too, just any very thin.
Yeah, anything that's very thin should work.
Yeah, 20, 28, we've got both of those.
I'm just threading this again, and then I'm repeating the same thing, folding it back to the back, and then looping it through. Make sure this loop that we started with is not too small because we have to thread these through each time to really secure it.
Maybe Corian can answer Candy's question of when the chain nose players are gonna be back in stock. We couldn't even restock the studio, we had that once in a forever sale on the website for our tools, and
Oh,
all
that-
the chain nose went out of stock, so
Yeah.
Corian will be able to tell you better when those are getting back in stock.
And then I am just untwisting this because I got a little twisty in here and I don't want that. So I'm just untwisting this wire here. Then I just thread the next one on.
Well, Corian said within a couple of weeks.
Yay.
They are so essential, aren't they? Lynn says, very cool technique.
Pinch, thread. I'm just gonna go faster now. So you guys should get the idea.
I love the standalone, like you can make tiny little beaded flowers to put on anything.
It's super easy to do too.
I think it's such a cool idea for use for these flowers too, which
Mhm.
because you run you run that wire up the middle, and
Yeah.
I think it's not necessarily as pretty, but if you want to see all that beautiful painting that you did on the inside of the flower
Mm-hmm.
by tipping it sideways,
Yes.
and this covers the wire.
Yeah, that,
know?
I know, it is really great purpose for it. On the sideways ones.
So Peggy's saying, can you be more centered in the screen?
Let me pull back a little bit.
Maybe if you just
Also,
move,
there we
yeah.
go.
It's when you're working with wire, it's so hard to keep it out in front
Well,
of
yeah,
you.
and I'm just going fast now because I've shown the portion. That's why I'm not being as careful, is because I've already shown this part of the process of it. It's just the same thing over and over.
No, they're not weird. They're perfect. They're incredible. I'm sitting there. Just because you heard her crying. Yeah.
So Lynn says, I'm going to try this today. I have tons of bead, but I have great vintage wire.
Then all I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna adjust it how I want it to be, pinch it in, shape it. And that's like that. And then what I'll do is I'm just gonna wrap it around one more time to just really secure it in through that center spot. Nice and secure, and then I will we could just thread this through, for example, on here, if we wanted to, after we did our first one, and then we could just wrap it around the first one.
I would
So
leave that tail on
just
there
leave
to
the
secure.
tail to secure it. It will make it easier for when you're doing this part.
Because I actually used like a pearl head pin, but it would be better that it's coming from your wire.
And then you can easily, too, if you want to use this as a bead, you just clip that off. And we can
So-
make it even cleaner or messier.
If you wanted to show like how you would string that through, and then you can show just what the back of this looks like again with it wrapped around that piece.
So that's it strung through. And then this is what the back looks like. So I would just wrap this like I did here, or well, my mom technically did that wrapping part. Wrap it against there. But super cute little beaded option here. You can add these to lots of different things, pendants, flowers like these, etc. Very versatile. You can add more petals. I just did 5. You could do so many more if you wanted to. This is just what worked for the design.
You could do like a whole brooch of a cluster of those flowers too. Wouldn't that be pretty?
Yes. But that's what that looks like. What should we do next for techniques that we have for our docket today?
Well, you could start going through the crimp.
Yeah,
The crimp
that's what I was
ends
just thinking.
for the leather and the silk, because that's kind of featuring that same kit that we're showing with all of the
So I'm just
acrylics.
gonna show really quickly a crimp end and a bail.
Oh.
Lunchtime. Every time he ever squeaks.
So, first things first is let me actually pull this over here so you guys can look really quickly.
Ooh, do you want me to demo that? Since
If
I
you
demo?
want to. You want to demo it?
Sure. It'll take 2 seconds, right?
Have
Don't
some
look
for
at
the
my
crimp ends
hands.
and the bails.
You're gonna have to put up with seeing, like, Ainsley's hands are so. Oh, can you hand me my glasses right there by the horses that Jean just got me? Jean bought me these gorgeous vintage glass horses. Love them. It just reminds me something of our childhood. So how are you guys? Okay, so I'm going to show you quickly, just so Ainsley doesn't have to reinvent the wheel, how amazing and versatile these are. I always like to put where I think the thickness is of the piece I'm going to use and kind of measure that with my pliers. So it looks like it's going to be following this whole space. So if that's the case, then I can either round them or I can square them up. And a normal crimp is like squared on the edges. So you would just bring those in. And I like squaring them up just because it has a nice clean, and I usually turn things around because that's the way I like to do it, because I'm always just very right hand dominant. I haven't learned to use my left hand as much, just, the way it is. So you just want to bring these in, look at the front and make sure that's nice and pretty, because that's what's going to be the aesthetic you're using. And then you just bring in and make sure your seam side, so if you crimped it now, you would look at the seam. You don't want to do that. So square it away. And this is all the stuff I didn't want to have to explain to you, Ainsley, because she's really good at crimping. But these are a couple of the things that I found that I was just going to shortcut. So make sure your seam is facing down from the decorative part.
In case you need the scissors.
Thank
to
you.
Get rid of that.
And then all you do is just, so you fold in those sides, fold in these edges, right like that. And that is not going anywhere. What I do, I actually like to take my side cutters to clip the excess. You can also not clip it and just put a little drop of glue there. So, but for now, I'm going to clip this off with my side cutters. Okay, there. That's super pretty, and that is all you do. So again, to review, and I probably just would put a little dab of glue on there. To review, all you're gonna do is, and we'll do it with this one now, I'm just gonna measure where I want it. And so and then turn it over to see if that's right. And you don't have to crimp as high as I did there. So then just, know where it is. Bring your sides in. Bring your sides in. Of course, you guys are probably better at just doing it with your left hand, but I'm going to use the chain nose because it makes for a very nice, tight, nice, crisp base. And I like to get them nice and square before I crimp, so I'm not readjusting. And then remember, if you do this, you're like, oh no, that's the bottom side of the bracelet. So if you're going to do a single layer, make sure the decorative side is up. If you're going to do a double layer, you just want to put them together. So sometimes you can crimp the middle and sometimes you can crimp the end. So if it's there, you're just going to want to double them up that way. Also, if you want to crimp where it's a fold over here, that's very easy as well. So I'm going to hold that with my thumb, and I'm just going to show you how nice it is to even double crimp thick leather or 2 pieces of leather, so you don't have to do all that cutting there. So look at that. That is, and you know what? Look at the versatility, because you could even cut these off right here. You could cut that off and you could put another crimp right here, and then you have just this gorgeous connector link. Like, look at that as a connector for a part of a bracelet. Those would be like a gorgeous pair of earrings. You guys got to get this, because this is the most versatile crimp. And honestly, all it is fold, crimp, crimp. That's it.
A lot of like, oh my gosh, this is a game changer
It
for
is.
leather. This is the best technique. Great ways to reinvent crimp ends.
Yes.
Right? And I was
Yay.
just like,
I'm
duh.
so glad you
'Cause I
guys
was
like
like-
it as much as we do.
Yeah.
We love this. Sorry, Ains. I had a. Plus, she would probably want to get a drink or something anyway. But this is, yeah, you guys will love this. Crimp away. And you don't just have to use these. You can order other filigrees that we have on our vintage.com site that are in that Y connector shape. Anything that's in a Y connector shape like this can fold in as long as it's a stamping. You don't want to fold your casting over.
You wouldn't
But-
be able to.
Yeah.
Or it might
Have to be very thin or it could crack or whatever. This is not going to crack because these are very malleable. Anybody that works with vintage knows that. So hopefully you enjoyed that.
So these are only available in solid brass, but you can paint them any color.
Well, we could do the natural brass,
Yeah.
which is earth and iridescent green. Let me get that. Ainsley, let's have you paint these in earth and iridescent green.
3-1.
Yeah. 3, 2,
Yeah, so
1.
these in particular, some of our stampings are very thick. Some of our older Y connector ones, but this particular one is just so good for rolling over because of the thickness of the metal. It's strong, but very malleable.
There you go.
3 earth, 1 iridescent.
3 iridescent, 1 earth, I believe.
Yes,
3 iridescent, 1 earth.
yep. It goes a lot further than you'd think.
That's a really tiny, but you're doing a little tiny piece.
Yeah, tiny piece, and then this is
You
gonna.
wanna keep it clean, your mat clean, I would imagine.
Also, just because the iridescent's the 3 parts, so it's gonna combine it
Right.
more.
So, and we can show those colors too. Oh, that's perfect actually. You don't need any more than that. Oh.
Well, 3 parts, so.
Yeah, but you made a huge one and a little one. I love it though. Let's do that. Let's make more because you have so much more you can paint, right? If you want to do that. Go ahead and mix that up because we can even show how to turn, since you're going to have quite a bit of paint, you can do this one, that bead cap. Oh, look at how pretty that is already. And so something which is funny about the iridescent green is bronze has a lot of green tones in it. And you know what? I should probably get you one that just sits there so you can show the difference, right? I love that the natural brass, what we were able to find, discover that in one of our lives. We were like, oh my gosh, that's the perfect. And you can coat it as many times as dark as you want, kind of like you're adding years of patina to it with every coat you make, you know?
Absolutely.
So here is the normal, here's like one of our natural brass. And here's, oops, there's that. I'm throwing stuff at you. So, and then here's the one that you did. Like, look at that. And then you just keep layering for, here's this too. Just a side-by-side comparison.
Yep, and you would just keep layering it up so that you get the.
Oh my
Nice,
gosh, just
coated.
those 2 coats right there matches the one in front of you perfectly. So if you guys have a lot of solid brass and you want the natural look, first because the solid is gorgeous as well, but if you want that natural look with some of your designs, just do that 3-to-1, 3 iridescent green, 1 earth, and layer it to as dark as you want. And look at that difference. Love it. A lot of bonus material today.
Yeah, it's
In
kind of
this
like
live.
a whole class.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a lot today.
And aren't you doing this one? Aren't you showing how you Aren't you showing how you did the watercolor on that?
I will be in a second. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna show them really quick that this can be
Incredible.
rolled like you did earlier.
Oh, yes, definitely.
So I'm just rolling it.
So it can be a bail and a crimp end.
Yes. Super versatile.
Yeah, Peggy, I agree. She said, I actually prefer the look of solid brass over gold. It has just this kind of earthy quality, I feel like, to it.
Yeah.
Brass does
Mm-hmm.
versus gold. I will use
Yeah.
them a lot together.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I love pairing them.
And then I'm just gonna do a really quick demo of this leather as well using last week's.
Do you want me to move some of these out of your way, babe?
Yeah, that'd be really great.
And then to create that bail, she just added a hole in the bottom of that leaf, correct?
Can I have a Clorox wipe?
Yes. I saw the Clorox somewhere. Where did I see it? Oh, in the kitchen?
I think we're out in the kitchen.
Huh.
But how about a wet paper towel?
Sure. But where did I see that? That was weird.
So I just was rinsing my brush off and now I'm drying it.
Here, Ace, we're just gonna give you a wet paper towel. That should work too.
Okay.
Sometimes, if I wanna clean my mat, I just run it under hot water with a little Dawn, and it all just comes
I'll
off.
soak it in there and then I'll scrub them up.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I usually let mine get really caked with
Real
color.
quick.
Squeaky
Me too,
clean,
yeah.
guys. Look at that so quickly.
Oh yeah, if you just let the mat soak in soapy water, it
Yeah,
falls
it
right
helps-
off.
It helps it
It
loosen it
does.
up,
From the silicone, yeah.
especially when it's like, a whole week's worth of color on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First things first is our gorgeous, gorgeous magic elderberry.
I wonder if you wanted a redder, oh, Ainsley, that got me thinking. If you wanted a redder finish, like on brass, you could use elderberry and iridescent green,
Oh, yeah.
3-to-1.
Yeah, very
If you
great.
wanted it be more bronze, like like
Yeah,
a red.
right, like that pinky kind of
Yes.
feeling, yeah.
Yeah.
That where it has just a little bit of that undertone to it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Just coating this nicely.
I see Ainsley's making enough for a full bracelet for herself.
There's also, do you want a bigger brush? There's one other one here too.
Well, that's wet, so, and I already dried this one off. It's fine.
We'll keep it
I'll
dry
just-
in case you
I'll
need it
just
for a
dry
future
it,
thing.
and then you can use it for another thing.
Well, she'll probably want to use it for the
Yeah,
beat.
Right, for
the
these.
belt. Yeah. Yep. So we'll keep that ready and prepped.
Okay.
I'll be ready for
And
you.
then let me actually look at this really quickly so I can see the color order
Remember
I
what you
did.
did?
Looks like violet, green, aqua, then peach. Or aqua green then peach. So I'm gonna start with, your sections can be as big or small as you want to. So this is our iridescent aqua. I'm just going straight on here. Just need to clear it really quickly though. I'm doing some aqua here. Leaving enough room, doing some aqua again. Then I'm doing the same thing with our green. Some green, some green. I'm gonna do the same thing with our peach.
So all of these sets that you're using today, if you go on the front page, the main page of vintageliveshop.com, you can buy any of these sets.
Then I'm dabbing this in here. Then blending them together.
I love that that little like ombre feel. Do you want one of these to take any excess paint off?
Yeah, I will in just a
There
second.
you go. Here.
Then I just dab and dab, blend, dab and dab, then just
I
blend.
love what everyone has been sharing on DIY with Vintage Facebook group.
Oh, yeah.
And it just, like the techniques that we've been doing lately, I've seen quite a few people do lots of different
Yeah,
ones.
I've seen that too, and I was like, oh, that's really great because like it makes me happy to see people like use what we're teaching.
I love the learning. Oh, that's really cool. You're giving it kind of a distressed feel there. That's gorgeous.
So if you want it to be more concentrated, just go back in with more
So
of
this
the
one
metallic.
this one that you did has a little bit of that distressed, but you could do a full paint feel.
Yes, if you concentrate it more. So if I went in with it, we have this look, right? If I go in with another layer, and if I just set these out, this is another way we can do this, is just have little piles of it.
Now for that bracelet, is that using the leather back to back? Is that how the construction is?
Yes.
Yeah. Can
So-
you kind of show that?
Yes, when we did the crimp, Ains I think you have the crimp part too, right? Oh yeah, look at the second layer on that is it just really pops. And then do you have anything in the middle?
I will in just a second. I just have to go in with it still.
And what color did you put where?
So this is the
Violet?
aqua,
Oh, okay.
then the green, then the peach, aqua, green, peach.
Oh, okay.
And I just kind of like wipe my brush off like this in between to get rid of some excess paint.
Aqua, green, peach, and just repeat.
And then I'm just concentrating it, and then just to do a little bit of a blendy, like stiffling here in between.
That is so pretty and iridescent.
Obviously it's still drying, so you're getting a little bit of the glare of it being wet paint, but it's even more glowy in person, and it gets even glowier once it's actually dry.
And Ainsley, this is those colors your mom did this really cool dabbing technique
Yeah, last
on
week.
art metal, and this is those same
This is that same color.
on black. So if you want it on black leather, black metal, you also did a little bit of that ombre on some of that leather. Now, if you want to right now, you could even go over and do more
Yeah, I'll just show
more
them
layers.
show them with a base on a little piece of leather here, because the other one didn't have that. But if we just do it really quickly,
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
I'm just gonna go like this, and I'm gonna brush it out. This dark base is what really helps pop these iridescents
Oh,
to
right.
be
This
so
one-
vibrant.
I'll put this one here because you didn't have a base on it, right?
Correct. So if we base this out, it's gonna look a bit different. I'm just gonna heat gun it really quickly just so that we have a nice, I can reach.
And I love doing all these little impromptu tips and techniques, don't you?
Yeah, it's super fun.
So Kathy's
That should be dry already, right? Wow.
Yeah.
Not necessary, but when we're impatient, because it dries super fast anyway.
Yes, it does.
Katney is asking about if this needs to be sealed. or if
This
it's
is
permanent.
self-sealing. So it does not need to be sealed.
One thing you can do is you can put the matte glaze or a gloss glaze if you want to dilute some of your colors and make them more translucent. But a matte glaze will turn it from gloss to matte. So we have those products, but they're not necessary.
So
Oh,
very
yeah.
different look. And then also can just be fun if we...
Oh my gosh, and remember we were gonna say,
Do we have that sandpaper?
yeah, let me grab that. Because remember we were also going to do the We're also gonna drop some whitewash in and see what it looked like in the grooves and then wipe it off.
Oh yeah.
Let me grab that.
So we can sandpaper this too, add some extra dimension.
This will be interesting too on one of them. So maybe on this one. Okay, you ready to wipe? I'll drip and you can wipe. I wipe that all the way off with water and it should sit in the grooves. Oh my gosh. That just brings out all the pattern. And maybe we went a little early, but we could do it again.
I'm just gonna let it pool around
And
here.
then wipe it off. That's already, and that's already drying, isn't that crazy? So that's gonna look cool in the grooves, I think. Awesome. Love it. So what are you demoing next? Finally the acrylics?
Yeah, because that's
Alright.
all we have left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then we do need to. Do you want to actually show them really quickly the earring technique with the mother of pearls?
Oh yes, yes. Mackie did that, but I can do that as well.
If we have some out here. Yeah, here they are.
Mac,
Oh,
did
here,
you
this
use
has it. This
Okay,
has
that
it.
has everything in it. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Move some of my shiz out of your way.
You're totally fine.
Wait, Abe, so that reminds me, you have to tell them what you say in your brain when something goes wrong.
You guys don't want to hear what I'm going to say in my
Every once
brain.
in a while,
That's
this
funny.
is like completely random. Don't ask me why.
Wait, you need to sit and tell the story while I get my glasses.
Like the other day, I was like, "Oh, did I pay attention to where the car was parked?" Because I was with my mom shopping, and she never does.
No, I was
She won't know.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then so in my head, I'll go, "Oh, shizney." I've never really said it out loud, but I told my mom because I was like, "That's a little bit scary. I don't know that I've ever heard that anywhere." It's just
Wait, that's the cutest
Comes up-
way of saying shiz. Shizney. I love it. Okay.
That's better than what I say in my head.
Yeah.
But
So-
what I say out loud.
In your Sawyer.
I just thought it was cute.
In your kit, in the earring, oh, here they are. So these gorgeous earrings in the heirloom, is this the heirloom one?
yes.
Okay, in the heirloom kit, you're gonna get these beautiful mother of pearl, carved mother of pearl, which I'm not doing any justice here on camera. It's not focusing. Okay, there we
A
go.
little bit. Or
No, it's just
I
me.
think you just need to be
We're good.
further away.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. So there is a groove all around this side, right here. Okay, so we gave you there in the center. Sorry, Peggy. I'll get in the center. I need Mooncat, don't I, Peggy? Because look, I've been like doing jewelry making and it's grooved my nails. I've been doing jewelry making. Wow, that's a good one for you. Very technical. Okay, so you're just going to want to hold it in the groove and start molding it around. So it's our head pins are very malleable. So it doesn't matter where you do it, just start bending it into the groove. So there's a little groove, super easy. So all you're gonna do is just bend it around there and keep doing it until this crosses the eye pin. Okay, now when you get it to this stage, okay, pliers. Now when you get it to this stage, you're going to want to hold it in place and pull it like a little tighter. Don't worry about what the loop is doing, okay? And pull that a little tighter there. Oh, I've been watching this show. It's called From. Have you guys watched From yet?
No.
Oh, there are a few F words, but it's not like super bad, like super heavy content, like a lot of shows that are littered with F-bombs, you know. But it's really good. It's like apocalyptic, but not really. It's kind of like a combination between Lost and Walking Dead. So
That would be good.
it is. I forgot to tell you about it, Mac. Okay, so all you have to do now is tighten this. Don't worry about this guy yet. You're gonna tighten this. Oops, I'm off screen. You're gonna tighten this little hoop there and straighten this. Okay. And make sure you're in the groove. Like I didn't make sure. I got off topic. Cause I was thinking about
You're thinking
From.
about the From.
I'm thinking about the From.
So
Okay, there we go.
Debbie said, watched it, but they moved it to MGM now, and she doesn't want to pay for it, so.
Oh, what am I watching it? Oh, I'm watching it on Apple TV.
Oh, yeah,
Through
so that-
MGM,
If
through,
you have Apple TV, then maybe that's a better place to find it.
Yeah.
I'm always looking through the different platforms, cause I don't, like I used to have Hulu, but I got rid of it because we
There's
use
so
YouTube
many.
TV, for sports.
Yeah.
because Xavier likes to watch, the Chiefs with his dad.
So do you guys see how keep going, Jean. So you guys see how I'm just molding it around there. And this is a lot easier than what I'm showing you underneath. Cause look, I'm having to go up and around for the camera and I would just hold it in my lap normally. Okay. So then just tuck it in. You're just gonna crimp it in.
Peggy says you can't do two things at once. She can, she just can't do two things at once and keep it on camera.
Yeah, I
Not
can't
what
though,
you
really. She's
just like the
right.
rest of
I
us.
can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Okay. But actually I'm very good at doing two things at one time because I'm a mom, right?
Yes.
All of
No,
us
it's because
moms.
she's a woman.
That
I'm a
too, yes.
woman, Anjali. Do you guys remember that? I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan. Never, whoa, that's so sexist. I didn't even think about that. Never let you forget you're a man. I'm sure you guys remember that. I'm like turning red because I was like, you don't think about those songs until you're like,
Right?
that's on the TV show.
That's funny.
What does that mean? Never let you forget you're a man. I mean, because
it-
I let you take out the garbage. That's what I would say
It
to Ben.
could
That's
mean
the part
whatever
I'm
it
never gonna
is.
let you forget. Okay. Boy, I get myself into trouble on here.
There's a lot of those.
That's it right there, guys. It's so much easier and faster than how I made it, but I started thinking of From, and then
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
ADHD. There you go.
Okay, we all have those like, so I think people that don't have an internal monologue, which I don't even know how that is possible, they don't
Oh my
make
gosh.
those leaps of like,
Oh.
where did you get that
The
subject
thought,
from, right?
right.
Where it's like, it's all connected, but it goes through this series and
In
I
your
don't
head?
even know how you don't think in words and pictures and like a movie in your brain.
I'm always thinking
Like that's
of
constant
that.
stream of
So
stuff.
I'm just gonna do one of these. So you guys gotta pick spring, summer, fall, winter.
You're only doing one?
You want me to do every single one of them?
No.
You got a lot of laughs, Wendy.
Yeah.
Lots of laughy faces.
Hopefully you're laughing with me and not at me. How about we do these two? They're the most gratifying. We'll
Okay,
just
do two.
Okay, so
We'll do that one. And then we'll do this one.
And
We're gonna
so
do
we're gonna
fall
tell
and
you the
summer.
trick to each of these because we don't need to show you for you to be able
Wait,
to
did
do
I
it.
give you, which ones did I give you? Oh,
So
let's
you
do one
guys,
of these.
hang on a
This
second.
is-
Do
I'm
those
gonna-
ones?
Before you move on to that, you gotta go to full screen so I can
Oh
show
my
off what Wendy just gave
gosh.
me. Can you believe she made this for me? Speaking
Well,
of favorite colors,
these are
I just had to show you guys
That was
how
her
gorgeous
Christmas
that
present.
is.
So,
So you thrifted this
I
and then did the
I
hand
did.
finishing on it.
Okay, I'm not gonna be, I don't wanna be like, I don't want you to think this was a cheap present. But I got this incredible vase for $12.99 at a thrift store, but it took me about an hour. But Jean, I have been looking though.
No,
You're worth
it's
more
your
than
time.
$12.99.
It's your time.
It means more than the
would
dollar
love it
amount.
if it cost you $1, and I would be happier too.
But it was, you know what color it was? Light peach matte.
Yeah, it's so
It was
gorgeous.
like 80s, and now
It's
it's like a relic.
It's everything like me. Anyway, sorry for finished.
Wait, but that's basically this summer. It's this, basically, guys. So if you want to make something like that, that's summer. Okay, there you go. And you can use,
You want me to do just this flower or?
yeah, I have this one for you. Oh, you want to do one for? How about we do the leaf in fall and and the other in summer.
So the trick to this is we are going to start
Gina
with
got
our
blushy
most
from-
opaque.
You showing that?
Really? I thought you were gonna say got blushy from the Donna Summers song.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We're gonna start with our most opaque color, and so I'm gonna start with our scarab wing because everybody knows scarab wing is a little crazy and very dominant.
Very pigmented.
Very pigmented.
In this particular set, there are 4 opaque colors. So if you want it more gold, start with that. If you want a more fairy wing, start with that. Always start with the one that you want the base to look like. And I started, and I'll leave this for reference. Wait, no, that one has color on it. Yeah, there. So I started with fairy wing, and that's how it will end up looking. You can leave it right in the pane so they can see. There you go.
Did you paint the insides too?
After I did that's at the very end, and this is a dry brush technique, so you only use a tiny bit of paint. Really
That
kind
was
of
one dip, and I'm covering the entire.
You could actually be done right there, you guys, and this is permanent. If you
Look at
want
that.
it to be done, you could be done right there.
So glowy and beautiful.
One little streak, and you could get. I have seen these flower earrings sell for $35.
So
Just a petal and a brass cap and another brass cap and an ear wire. $35.
yes, they're just so
Because they're
beautiful.
hand painted.
It's because of what this does to it.
Yeah.
It's just how magical it makes it.
Well, they used alcohol ink
Yeah,
on theirs,
right.
but they're not permanent.
And they had to, well, I think they had to probably seal it with
They
some
have
sort
to
of
seal
like
it.
yucky spray paint.
Yes, so if
These
you
do
want
not have to.
right, if you want that look, this inky look, then you use these.
Right, you can use, so then one of the other stains, one of the other sets has walnut stain in it.
Yes.
Which I really love that one that you did on there. Go to the master class, you guys. Wendy does, like, if you really want to learn how to do these super in-depth, super professional, more than our demo today, Wendy's master class has all the tricks and the extra tips for how to do these.
So this is just the dragonfly wing, and I'm layering it over top there.
So pretty.
I'm
So
gonna go in
Kathy
with
was
our
saying-
hold. I'm not really wiping the brush off in between.
I didn't either.
Kathy was asking if there's any trick to your crimp ends. Does it just hold that well?
It holds that well.
Yeah, so you
There's
just
no
Yeah,
trick.
you just
Crimp
need
it
to make
down
sure it's
tight.
pinched tightly.
It's metal. Just think of
It
the.
kind of digs in, right? It's,
There's just there's no difference between the metal that's preformed that you buy in the store
Yeah.
and the crimp, or on our website preformed. This one you're just turning the edge instead of a machine, right?
And then Peggy also said, like we said earlier, yes, but if you don't trust it, you could add a drop of Loctite.
Yes. I've never had one of these crimps come off, but you could have a really silky thing and for some reason it's really fat and you can't, but I've never had a problem. But absolutely for second, third, and fourth security measures, add Loctite. Thank you, Dex.
Honestly, in our pro production, we've always just, as far as like crimps go, it's always been just the pressure of the crimp.
Mhm.
We never glued it. But.
Right. Oh, Ains, so what I did at the end is after you're done doing the top, I used the fairy wing and I went in the inside.
Fairy wing on the inside?
That's
Okay.
what I did because it was fun. After I did the iridescent on the outside. But you've already put iridescent on, right?
Yep, I'm just gonna do a couple more hints of it. Add some more, and then
So
we're
you're
gonna
kind of
go
getting the
in.
light version today of these.
Mm-hmm. Just the
And
quick.
I think the color combinations you did were so beautiful that everybody was wanting a published version of these. So
Yeah,
we did
they're
put these
ready now.
all on the live shop, so you can use those as a reference to the base colors. Wendy also did effects where she added some hematite, she added some walnut, she did some things to punch it up a little bit in your class, but these are really just the base color kits that we added.
Yeah, and Ainsley went a little more fairy wing on that, so, and a little heavier handed, which I love them both because that looks like really like fairy, like iridescent.
Yeah, if we wanted
right?
to take it more like hers, we would probably go in with more of this
Very dry brush.
Victorian gold here. Cause look,
Yep, and if you want more of mine, you'll want to dry your brush in between everyone, and Ainsley went on wet, and I love your look. It's gorgeous.
yes.
It's
Or
very,
even if you let the layers dry in between, it would make a big difference too.
Yes, and yours looks very glassy, and I love that, like
So can
heavier
we-
satin glass.
Can you review what the colors are in this set
You
again?
can pull it up on the. Ains, you want to pull it up on Carter? The
Oh,
summer.
yeah.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. This is the summer scarab wing, Victorian gold, dragonfly wing, moonstone, and iridescent gold.
Yeah. And if you want to make this piece of pottery, you can use that set can make something very similar to this.
Right, did you base
I
that with a
added-
darker color?
Emerald.
Yes.
I put a lot of
Yeah.
emerald in this.
But it would be very similar,
No,
I
this,
think.
I started with this color. In the,
Elderberry.
Elderberries,
Elderberry.
magic.
but I did the paint version, the enamel paint version.
Yeah.
So, you see, you could do the pottery and the fairy. See, look how pretty yours is. Like, it's so, like, yours looks like sea glass. That's what I was trying to,
Yes,
I was trying to get a bead
This is
on.
very sea glass, you're right.
Yeah. So the thicker you put it on, the more sea glass looking it'll be rather than like a translucent.
Yeah, I think the moonstone really does that too. Because it gives it that little like,
Yes, I love not taking off the layers in between. That really did that.
just gonna make sure I don't have any wet spots here. Actually, I can
And did you want to do the leaf for
just
this
clean
one or
this
no?
off really
Or you
quickly.
wanna do,
I have the leaf right now, and yeah, I will do that.
And remember, in your guys' design mix,
Sorry, it's like an earthquake for you guys.
You have these in the design mix. While she's doing that, I'll show you. This beautiful leaf comes in the design mix, and that is a super dry brush. I went like so dry, like my personality.
I thought you were gonna say humor.
My humor is not dry. I'm not that clever. I wish I had dry humor. I love dry humor. Who's that new comedian? He was #1 on Netflix this week.
Is it the guy that
He is so good.
who's very serious? Look like
Yes.
like does he have a big kind of a little bit bigger
Yeah,
forehead?
he's blonde.
Big round eyes.
Oh, big round
I
eyes.
think
And he
Steve was
holds his
watching
hand
him
and
the
he
other
holds
night.
his arm in the back like this the whole time.
I think I know who that is, but I couldn't tell you what his name is.
So funny.
So I'm gonna move this over to our fall set. And we're going to do this the same method where we're starting with our most opaque first, and then we're gonna go to our least. All of our stains are less opaque, as you guys should know. They're a little thinner bodied, so I'm gonna actually start with our Dragon Eye.
And this one is that fire opal feeling.
Very much fire opal feeling.
So I said fall, but I always think of fire opal. I always love fire opal in the fall.
But it's great in any season.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, I especially love
Especially
it
in the fall, yeah.
Like, do you wear your jewelry seasonally, or do you just wear it all the time?
I think only it's the utility of the jewelry that not the colors.
Yeah.
But like, because I will tend to layer a lot more in the fall than in the summer because I'm
Oh.
hiking and doing things.
Yeah,
so I do
right.
like smaller chokers and less long necklaces in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of the year, I like to wear a lot more. I'm not wearing very much today, and then big earrings all the time unless I'm doing a sport or something.
Well, you're very in keeping with the 80s with the big earrings right now.
They don't quite look like 80s
So,
earrings, but yeah.
This I
they're
just
that
dried,
size. They're as
rinsed
big
and dried
as.
this brush off. That's what I was doing if you're wondering. So it's really dry now. That's what took a second. And then we're just gonna go straight in right away
Did
with
you put
our
the fire
Dragon
opal one
Eye.
up? I mean, the fall?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that one's up there.
Perfect.
I did little swatches from Wendy's masterclass. I took some screen grabs of the
Oh,
flowers so you can see when you're on the live shop and you want to match up what the finish looks like. You can look at that little swatch image.
and I'm always at a loss because my camera or my phone is in use
You can
with
take a look at mine.
Ainsley. Well, the dragon eye. Why did we do that? We should have called it dragon's eye.
It's because of this apostrophe and the
Oh.
labeling. You know, it's.
I always call it Dragon's Eye. It's Dragon's Eye by what's the word? I don't know the word. There's a word for that. In our hearts,
Ooh.
essentially.
Yeah, I'd love to see them. She said her sister sent her some beautiful Mexican fire opal beads. This stuff will go
What?
really well with that.
I
I
would
just said fall
love-
is my fave.
Oh, you know what? And we need to show this before
Oh, is it
before we're
Nate?
done.
Bargles? Is it Nate Bargles? The
Yes,
comedian?
that's it.
Yeah.
What'd you put on it?
Christina was
Violet.
saying.
Violet. Okay.
Violet is in spring. The spring one. And that's all we're gonna do. I'm gonna back out here a little bit. So you can see what Ainsley's putting on her palette.
So those are just each of the colors, and I'm just kind of lined them up in the order-ish I wanted to do them. Somewhat the order I want to do them. I'm just going to layer this on right away. This is Dragon's Eye. Then we go in with our earth,
Ooh, I'm curious to see how yours is gonna look because I start with garnet.
then our
I mean,
orange, and then our barn red. And then our iridescent here, or
That
iridescent
is
peach.
crazy how it just completely depends on what you start with is how the tone will look because that looks so much more.
Then I'm gonna go over the back with that barn red color.
That's so pretty.
And I'm gonna let this dry for a couple seconds, and I do wanna hit it with some iridescence after this.
Which one came with it?
It's the
Oh,
peach.
The peach, yeah.
So I'm just gonna hit this really quickly because it's gonna just blend together mostly unless you're like, it's not dry.
Okay, what's everybody's favorite iridescent now that we have all the iridescents?
Ooh, yeah, that's a hard question. I think for me it changes, like depending on the project, because like, okay, so peach was an early standout,
Mm-hmm.
right? Cause it was so different than what we had,
Yeah.
but I think, gosh, it is hard to say, because even like how you use the gold in these sets, the iridescent gold,
Mm-hmm.
that's so amazing too. And I would say that was probably the one that I used not as much.
I used iridescent gold on your pottery.
Ah, well, yeah, I can see it in there now that you mention it.
Peach and gold.
Yeah. I think it's great to have the opposite of your undertone, so it really stands
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
So to have those warm ones instead of just the cool ones, it's such a
Mhm.
great option.
That's amazing.
Lucy still says iridescent violet, which was our original one. It
Ainsley
was
keeps
for sure the
making
best.
sea glass.
Peachy sea glass now.
It's just drawn to me
I love
apparently.
Yes.
You know, it's because it's more ethereal, like her.
She just uses
type.
more paint.
We were
I go
talking about-
very, very, very thin
Oh,
and
yeah.
dry. Mine's a
Sure.
dry brush, and she uses more paint and blendy,
Yeah.
and it looks so sea-like.
So
I love that, but it will also recess into those grooves, and it's going to be gorgeous. I love what you did.
you guys were talking about
Like, you can't go wrong.
You can't.
style types the other day, right? You and Mackie.
Yeah.
Which is does that just means your personal style and your personality?
No,
Like
it's
the way
based
you
on your
look?
face.
It's your face.
Oh, it's the way your face is.
Looks. It's the
so
way your face
I guess
looks.
you're lucky if the way your face looks matches your personality,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering if anybody, because we've talked about seasons on here before.
Oh, like colors that.
Right. Has anybody watching heard of that?
We
What
can
are some of
call
the what are
like
some of the types?
archetypes.
Yeah, they're archetypes.
Oh, the archetypes.
Style.
That's
Yeah.
what it was called.
Romantic and genuine.
Natural,
No.
noble,
Yeah.
wild.
Wait, is this just how you look?
Yeah.
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 And it kind of depends on.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different
Wait,
ones
what's
too.
mine?
So some of them include like angelic and ethereal. Some of
Yeah.
them don't. It depends which one you're looking at.
Yeah, and we thought Ainsley
You would be
is very much
noble,
ethereal.
Well, what would it? Like, what are your guys' if it
Mine's
was just kinda
no.
like women,
Mine's
like,
noble, natural. Very tailored clothes with very earth tone tailored.
The reason for it being is because it's instinctual. Like if you were to see a tiger in the woods, like
Yeah,
our mind doesn't want to see like a tiger with like swan on it,
Colors.
like
right,
Yeah.
yes.
big wings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's like if you have like a wild face, you wear like wild patterns and things like
Mhm.
that, and it pleases your instincts. Like when you look at somebody, if they're
Oh.
dressing within what
Yeah.
they look like, more like that's
Sure.
what it kind of means.
That's very interesting.
I know.
Yeah.
I thought it made a lot of sense. So
I
it's,
always
you're
like
supposed to
those.
be more attractive when
I
you
always like
dress
those
like
types
that.
of things, yeah.
Clearly, you can wear whatever you want.
Yes,
Of course.
But
Obviously.
if you
If
want,
you care about being attractive.
If you want
Yeah, yeah.
harmony,
if
harmony.
you want
That's
to
what
look
it's creating.
harmonious with your face and persona, then you can follow the archetypes.
I think the more you let go of like just what is trending, the
Yeah.
more you like dive into what you feel best in. I think that's a power that you get with age too, is you're like, you know what, I don't care, I just want to put on what I want to put on.
Oh yeah.
Hey Ains, before you get off, I want to show. I want to
Well,
show
I was just
these
gonna
guys.
even throw another layer of this peach on there
Okay,
so that they get a vibe.
and you throw that on there, but I want to do something really quick for everybody, just to show them another quick
Maybe this
quick
needs to
tip.
mix up a little more.
So, Jean said peach and violet for hers, Corian says peach.
I know.
So,
Peach
yeah.
is such a good one.
Yeah, peach is mine too.
Well, Sawyer,
With your finish.
yeah,
Yeah.
really
I-
inspired a
that's
lot
my
of our
peach.
finishes with what he did with that
He
sponge
did.
painting and
We should tell the ladies' mom what we want to do, what we
Okay.
want to start out here.
Oh,
And
yes,
how much
yes.
Was it
Okay,
worth the,
she's amazing, isn't she? She makes this like, it looks like chunks of sea glass,
I love
Ains.
it.
Ah, I love it, love it, love it. Okay, this is what I want to show you. However, sorry, just to stop in or pop in for one last little thing.
Keeps it
No, yeah, it
interesting.
But something I wanted to show you was when you are doing production jewelry, and I know it's important for us to have like tips for production. Okay, so I
Do you
want.
need either one of these sets?
I'm probably gonna use
'Cause these are the two we didn't do yet.
Right. I'll probably do
That one.
spring, except violet comes with this. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do production. I want to show you just how quickly this production goes. So this one and this set, should I pull it up here? When Ainsley comes back, she can
Oh
pull it
yeah,
up.
so that one's spring.
This one is spring. I'm gonna find the violet that goes with it. Okay, there's violet. So number one, oh yeah, and you can, I think I can find it on here. So spring. Yay, I actually did it. Okay, so this is spring. Look at these colors, aren't they amazing? All right, always I like to do is I like to start out with my most opaque, like Ainsley said, but before that, one of these comes in your lute. This is this is glass, by the way. It's molded glass over brass wire, and this is very, very old from that designer stash that we're getting. So if you want to move quickly through production, like I like to do, get your brush really nice and dry and keep a dry paper towel here. Clear your space. Hard for me to do. I don't like to clear my space. So when I do my brush, I just dry it like this. That's it. Okay. So all we're gonna do is pop down this violet that got put into some, whatever it was, I don't even know. Hematite? It's probably when I was doing your pottery.
I actually, you know what, I actually like seeing a fully full screen with all the paint colors and the jewelry laid out and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I feel bad about having a lot going on there. I think it's engaging.
Okay, good. All right, so I'm bringing this over. Alrighty, I just dropped down some violet for you guys. This is your glass. I want you to be able to feel comfortable with your glass. This is not going to come off of your glass. This is red glass. It's kind of like an orangey red, but we're just putting on the coats of violet. And again, so I didn't make Ainsley explain this to Ainsley, even though she was there. Look at, can you believe that? That is it. You just turned red into fire opal. And that is incredible. Did I put a little? Yeah. Make sure your brush is nice and clean. I'm going to keep it lower. There we go. All right. So then you're just going to set that aside because that is done. Now I want to, I'm going to start out with iridescent violet, and I'm going to do spring, but I'm going to do these very, very fast. This is shotgun. And the only way you can do shotgun fast is if you're drying your brush in between. Okay, so shotgun painting. Okay, let's get these going. And I'm just putting down a layer of violet. And this is like my favorite thing. I like to challenge myself to see how quickly I can get these things
Is this the
done.
finish you did on the bracelet leaf?
Yeah,
This one was my favorite.
I did drip.
Yeah,
I did drip a lot on that after.
yeah.
So
You put quite a bit of the, like, did you finish with the iridescent again? at the
Yes,
end? Yeah.
yes.
It's just so glowy. It
so
looked like, what is it? What is that the glass that is very satiny and it has that iridescent, like glowy quality to it.
Is it lusterware?
Maybe, but it's like, there's a very specific one that I'm thinking of. It's not shiny. It's more satiny. But it, yeah, I'll have to figure out. It's like, it's got like a carnival glass under the, behind a satin.
Oh, yeah,
So it's
yeah.
very glowy. There's like a metallic or something.
So very important. I'll have to think on that one. Not
Yeah.
carnival, but I have to. So what's very important about your next step is the ones that you want, how you want it to be nice and prevalent is where you're going to be next. So if you want more green in the spring, you're going to go on with your green. If you want to be more green or mossy, green opaly, or really day glow. But I'm going to go on with my butterfly wing because I want it to be very pinky. Keep it nice and dry and just a little bit. Okay, so let's get this on here.
Jean says you can almost stop with the violet.
It's-
LOL. Yes,
Do it.
It's,
Stop
I mean,
with the violet.
You can do, like, at any stage of this, it
Any
is so beautiful.
stage, any stage. It's perfect. The violet is gorgeous. I'm just gonna make it a little more opaque.
Yeah,
But
you
wait
wanna
till
do
you see the moss. You guys are gonna freak out. I keep dropping in my paint, but I don't care because it's really beautiful. And I'm gonna have 6 things done, which is I'm going to have 2 full necklace earring bases done. Okay, I'm not putting water on my brush. I am only drying it off that way. Excuse me. All right, moss is extremely pigmented, so I'm gonna go with moss next. And I'm just gonna hit little areas of it. So, oh my gosh, what the heck?
You know, I'm just noticing in the corner there, I'm seeing the fire opal piece.
Aren't they
that
incredible
you
how they're
did
drying?
Next to her leaves, and it really is such a very similar feeling to your, the glass drop that you.
It is,
Yeah.
can you believe
They
that?
marry so well together.
Okay, so I'm just putting dabs and touches of the moss because it would take over. And I just want this little like feeling. And it doesn't even matter, you're just doing a tiny bit. And this is gonna be like, by the time I'm done, I'm gonna hopefully only have like 10 minutes into 6 pieces. Okay, now let's get a little, I'm gonna dry off that brush here. Pull that paint off. And let's get a little green opal. Ooh, so pretty.
And if you guys are wondering about the colors here, if you go into the descriptions on the live shop, so vintageliveshop.com, you can see each of the colors used.
Yes.
The breakdown is in the set description.
Now this one, I'm trying to get it so it gets some texture. So do you see how I'm patting it? So you see some of this like dewdrop texture? That's what you can get there. Now I also want to run by a pour. So I'm just going to do a little pour over here now that we have a base. This is how you pour. So I'm just going to show you all these little bonus tidbits while Ainsley's taking a little break there. So pour and dab. Pouring, we don't like to do that much on screen because it is time consuming. Well, it's fast. We love it.
Just in comparison
Drying.
to instant gratification.
Yes, drying.
Patney says, I love your demos, and Jean says, I love you all.
Aww.
Aw, we love you guys too.
Okay, now I'm gonna come closer down here. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do a pour. Look at this day glow. You're going to be like, what the heck? It's making it look crazy. But this is just putting a little base on. There we go. And this is just, you want this to look not purposeful. You just want it to look like it just accidentally happened. You don't want to make it
Just
look...
formed that way. Right?
Yeah. All right. Now I'm going to take this, dry off my brush, and at the end, you just smooth.
Corian says, I love you more. Haha, JK. I just love saying that when someone says I love you. I
Aww.
love you more. No,
I love you more. Okay, so you can take this cute and spotty, and then the very last is we're going to go back over it. The very first thing we did with this was put violet on it, and now the last we're going to put violet on it again. Iridescent violet. And we're just going to smooth out any areas.
So it's like an iridescent violet sandwich.
Yes, violet sandwich. Okay. And then just take a couple more, any colors that you want, and then drop in all your last little bits. And this is just to show how pretty they can be, and just smooth out any colors. Any colors that might be pulled up. You might like to have that pulled up. Gonna go through, it's like several little squirts of violet. So pretty on the inside. Like, look at this. Oh. And yes, you absolutely can stop at any color at any point. But if you want this, like, specifically what we're teaching is this kind of, what would you call it? Like a nature's palette. Kind of like it was dipped in all these colors. Kind of like a variegated type look. There you go. And I don't know how long that was, but maybe, 10 minutes? You're going to have 10 minutes. And you can come over anything with another... At any point, at any time, you can add more little mossy.
You could double the amount of pieces that you were working on there.
Oh,
then,
easily.
and that's what
You could do 12 pieces.
Yeah, when
at
you're
the same
doing
time.
production for your shop, you're probably doing at least a dozen. At a
Yes,
time,
if I'm
right?
doing production for Ben, I'll do 10 or 12 at a time.
Yeah.
So here you go. I mean, look at how pretty this is. And that's not even close. Sorry, guys. That's not even close to being dry. How many times can you knock over a bottle of paint?
Infinitely.
Yes. Oh, these are so pretty. Ainsley, yours turned out so magnificent. Where's your other one? Here.
I love
It's
how
okay.
glowy they are.
Yeah, so here's Ainsley's glowy. Here's a very, this is more translucent, right? And Ainsley's are very glowy, and I love that. So you can see now, here's some that have like less paint. I like Ainsley's with more paint on that one, for that particular one. And then here's a real airy look, like just super airy and wonderful. I think, Ainsley, that earring that you have, can I see the earring? So this is,
Oh, sorry.
so this is one of those dyed from the factory ones that Mackie just made a quick little one, and see how like glossy that is. And then you look at the, I wish this could dry faster.
Just use maybe this one that's already made.
Oh yeah, no, I mean these are almost already dry. Isn't that funny that 1 or 2 minutes is not fast enough for me? But see, look at the difference. Can you see the difference between, I mean, definitely you can tell the quality of the paints compared to like what you get like that.
Right.
Like
In
the kids production one, you know, more of that look. And then here's more of that really beautiful, soft, satiny look. Anyway, there's that.
yes, and these are more fabulous than the last round from the master class.
Oh, really? Awesome. Well, I think that the more we do it, and there's Ainsley's together in the summer, but the more we do it, the more you do it, the better you're going to get. I'm super excited. I think you just literally can't go wrong because we did this in 2 different ways and they're almost identical, but one's just a little more sea glass.
So is the only
Oh, this one I added the inky too.
Did you put walnut on it?
That one was onyx. I put a little onyx or walnut. Where's the walnut one? Here's the walnut one. You guys, if you want, then if you want to age it, just add walnut to it. So, there.
I think
We didn't do winter, but I'm not going to do it. It's the same exact technique, and it looks like,
I just figured we could show the colors.
This?
I already showed the colors.
Oh, you did.
see, and then look at
Great
that
for
one
them
is
over there.
gorgeous. Winter is gorgeous. Same exact technique. But look how many you can make. I mean, just think of the fabulous jewelry. I'm going to let Ainsley take over now.
Back in the hot seat.
I did this like selfishly because I just want to make a whole bunch of jewelry with everything we demoed.
Do you want to pop the loop,
I'm gonna pop that full day loop back up on the top of the screen for you guys. But this is mostly everything for today. I think we covered all of our special tips and tricks. But we do hope you grab that full day loop because it is full of amazingness and it's very, very reasonable this time because it was not a massive, massive day like some of our previous ones. But experiment with that leather, have fun with that silk, use those crimp ends, and we know that you did just had those fiber packs to be picked up, so those crimp ends for the bulk up are perfect for all of those fiber packs. And yeah, so we're really hoping that you guys all have a really, really fantastic New Year's, set some really great goals. Does anybody already know what their goals are going to be for the New Year's?
Eat more food.
paint more things, right?
Yeah.
Paint more.
Survive.
Quality time. doing
Sawyer
the
said
things you love.
survive.
Survive alien abductions.
Actually, go with the aliens.
Oh yeah, so Corian says don't forget about Friday.
Yes,
I know that,
we will be here on Friday, even though we won't be here on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wait, what's Friday?
Warehouse sale.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
Corian is doing them every week now, and she has been killing it with great selections and then fun tips and things. So she'll take like a really great piece and use it like 10 different ways. Just kind of a different format, but a lot of fun too.
I had so much fun watching the Friday Live.
Yeah.
I love those butterfly connectors. Could you imagine taking those butterfly connectors with the summer,
Oh my
fall,
gosh.
winter,
Yes.
spring colors just drip
Wow.
on? I would
Yes.
die.
I would love to see Corian's warehouse offerings with these seasons. Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Oh,
Lynn said,
yeah.
"Thank you. Happy New Year. Make more jewelry."
Yeah.
Any more fun resolutions? I feel like I don't know what my resolutions are this year. Get stronger.
Yeah, in lots of ways, right?
Yes.
Me too, right?
Be stronger. Be more aware. Be more emotionally aware, and just get better at everything. Work more on myself. Oh, Corian said they're on the live shop. Grab that art medal.
Yes,
Yeah,
for
there's
sure.
art metal left?
So
if you go onto
Oh
the
my
warehouse
gosh.
tab, you can still shop some of the warehouse deals too. Friday's going to be crazy, hard to believe, right? I know, so Corian will have the, first series of lives in the new year.
And do you guys want a pre-order for Friday again? Corian's asking, so let her know below if you guys want to do a pre-order again.
Yes,
Say yes.
yes, definitely. I know that several people have expressed to us that they absolutely love it when we do that, so we will for sure do that.
Peggy said, learn to have more patience. It's because she wants all of her packages right
But
away.
then she said yes for the pre-order.
She wants to have more patience. You and I, Peggy, should get together because it's not going to happen for
Oh
either
my
one of
goodness.
us.
But then what do they say? Don't ask for much more patience because then you'll get things that make you more patient.
Yeah. Hey, I'm the
Oh,
only
yeah.
one here who's got that pretty solid down.
Yeah, as far as the patience go, you're pretty darn good. All right.
Okay, guys. So we're super excited that you joined us today. We hope you enjoyed all the fun techniques today. We're always going to bring you more and more and new stuff. So many exciting things on the horizon, especially with, like we showed earlier, this pot. Eventually, we will be doing more stuff like this. So we're super excited for this stuff to be coming up here. And bringing all of this really great stuff for one and done for you guys as well. So don't forget, that is on the horizon. I know we did that preview a while back, but it is coming eventually.
Yep, we're just
We
nailing
will get
down
there.
the packaging,
Yep.
so we want to make sure it's perfect.
Absolutely want to make sure it comes sealed, clean, and no mess. Mess free. But yeah, so we really hope you guys have a really, really great New Year's. Super excited to join you guys today. Happy holidays and enjoy the rest of this